Hey, this is Dave. I'm here with Brian
What's going on?
and Paul,
What's up?
and this is episode 7 of Newbreed Film Reviews. And this episode, we are going to cover the greatest movie fight scenes. Man, beast, alien, it doesn't matter. So that's our episode. Who's going to kick that off?
I can take it in if you want. Take it in
Do
with
it
one.
up.
You want to take it in?
I'll take it in.
Bring it
So
on.
one of them, I was looking through. I usually before when we get a topic, I look through the different people on the internet that say like, "Oh, this is their favorites. This is their favorites." And I also go through my movie collection. Like I say every time I flip through my movie collection to say, "Hey, these are movies I picked to buy. So these are movies that really stand out to me." And this one, the whole movie is pretty much a fight scene with like a little bit of dialogue in between.
Know what you're gonna pick.
And
I have no idea.
300.
300. Yeah.
Yep.
I have that on my list too for that exact reason.
Dude, I thought about that shit. Oh, I thought about that shit, but I was like thinking. See, I thought we were gonna do an episode of like a one-on-one, but 300's a whole fight movie, like you said.
Oh, all right. I didn't know we were going that.
I have
detailed.
a couple of one-on-ones too, but
No, that's cool.
I can switch it up.
No, that's cool.
So obviously, from a
Bless you.
cinematic point of view,
Sorry.
300 is amazing. But just like the slow-mo shots, and obviously the fact that it's like a true story is really sweet. And Gerard Butler, I think that was one of his first films that he really kind of stood out. And I didn't even know it was him or who he was, at all. But that's like an awesome fight scene movie. Especially, I mean, the whole movie is a fight scene, most of it.
I think that was his breakout role.
Yeah. And that's definitely at the top of my list for fight scenes.
faux show.
Yes, sir. And
right.
yeah, man, the effects were they were cray.
Cray.
Yeah, they were.
I hate that word so much. Hate it.
I'm sorry, Paul.
Do you hate it
How about YOLO?
just as much as Bay?
No, I don't hate anything as much as I hate Bay.
Do you like YOLO?
I would rather hear YOLO every day than hear Bay ever again in my entire life.
Okay.
I would make that change because I just literally hate the word. But I don't understand it. I don't get why that is so popular. Babe, what is it? Before anyone else or something stupid like that?
I hate
No, no.
Just
I hate
add
Bay
the
too.
extra B in there, babe. Just like everybody else, like what grown folks call each other.
I'm with you, dude. I hate Bay with a passion, but the Michael variation.
The Michael.
Drum rolls. Michael Bay.
Oh,
Damn. Crickets. I didn't even get a chuckle out of Bry.
I didn't even. That's because I didn't follow you on that one.
yeah, I didn't either, man. I was like, huh? What are you talking about? I thought you were gonna say like a Michael Jackson thing.
Well, you know what?
That's
It
what I
was
thought you were
funny.
going.
The
I thought
world
you
thought
were
it
going,
was
Michael.
funny.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot
they're
of people
probably
laughing.
right now.
Yes.
They're driving down the road, rolling while they listen to this.
Those 4 listeners are laughing. I'm telling you.
Have we gotten any emails yet from anyone?
We actually have. I've gotten 3 emails from the Google admins. No, we
Nothing, huh?
no.
We need to know
Actually,
what
yes.
you guys want to hear.
Our inbox is full, dude. We have like 200 emails.
Okay, good. You're getting through them,
Fake
right?
it till you make it.
All right, Paulie, you want to take us into a fight scene?
Yeah, I'll take one. So there was a movie that I was thinking of, and I knew that there was a fight scene I wanted in the movie, but for some reason I was drawing a blank. So I did a little bit of research online, and in Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I instantly remembered it, like what the scene was. So Indy is fighting this giant Nazi dude, right?
Oh my god,
But
dude. That's an awesome scene.
every time he swings on him, right, hits him, it's not doing anything. So he just keeps dodging this dude's, punches back at him till the guy ends up getting chewed up in a freaking airplane propeller.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. That was
So gnarly.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yep. No. It's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
No, dude. You sure?
pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it was The Last Crusade with his dad, and it was a big airplane, and it was rotating, and they were fighting underneath it.
Oh shit, you might be right. So my indie movie might be wrong, but it's still an indie movie, and it's still Indiana Jones, and he basically convinces this dude to walk straight into an airplane propeller, and it's nasty, it's gruesome.
That was an awesome fight, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's Indiana Jones, so it's all awesome. But
Yes, except for the fourth one.
yeah, well, we're not going to talk about that. I
say
don't
that
even
I
count that one.
That was a
I was
train
gonna say
wreck.
I can say I haven't seen it, and I don't
I
plan to.
sadly have it on DVD. I watched it one time, and I've never gone back.
Don't even bother, Bri.
They're coming out with the fifth one here.
Dude,
Yeah,
are you serious?
But it's Chris Pratt is playing Indy, though.
Yeah, the
I'm
reboot
okay
of
with
Chris
that.
Pratt.
I'm okay with that.
He's pretty cool. I mean, there's only
Granted, the real Indiana Jones just crashed his damn airplane, and he's walking away with a couple of broken bones.
Yeah. He's the
70 years old, man. He crashes an airplane on a golf course, and it's just
Harrison.
like, oh.
Yeah, he's the real Indiana Jones.
They interviewed like a lot of pilots, and they said he couldn't have crashed it any better if he wanted to. He crashed it, I guess, perfectly so that he wouldn't hurt himself.
Oh, he's probably been flying for a long time. He's also Han Solo, if that means anything.
Did you guys see the memes of the instead of actually being his regular plane, the freaking Millennium Falcon was crashed.
Nah, I didn't see that. Dude.
I haven't seen that yet. No, that's awesome though.
Damn, it's fucking hot in here.
Maybe it's that black canvas you have draped over you.
You got black in the background. You probably got lights beaming on you right now. And plus,
Did they
it's
come
probably
into
80
the apartment
degrees
today,
outside.
Bri?
No.
Maintenance guys came in today and they like cranked up my thermostat to the highest it goes, which I think is like 94. And they're like, "Don't touch this. We have to go work on the
As old man temps.
on the furnace or on the boiler downstairs. We're gonna be back up in just a few minutes to." So I waited for like an hour. They never came back up. Kristen came and picked me up, and when we were leaving, they were still in the driveway. So we came home 10 hours later, and the thing still cranked up to like 94. They never turned down my thermostat. Luckily, it doesn't go any hotter than 74 in real life, but
That's true.
So,
anyways, a little off topic, sorry.
just a little bit. So, you guys, how many main picks you have? Do you have like 3 each?
Yeah, I have 4 movies total.
All right,
on my list.
I got 3 mains and I got some honorable mentions.
Yes, that's what I have. I have some major ones, and then I have ones that I just thought of certain scenes with inside of them that we can, I can bring up and talk about.
Okay, whose go is it? It's my go, right?
Yep.
Turn.
All right, I got some good ones. I got some effing classics. You guys may have the same picks, but we're gonna find out. All right, so my pick is, you guys are probably not familiar with this one, but it's the fight scene in the 1980-something movie by John Carpenter, They Live. And that's with Rowdy Roddy Piper. And
I came to chew bubblegum and kick some ass.
Exactly.
I'm all out of bubblegum.
That movie, dude. Rowdy Piper and Keith David. Dude, the scene, Roddy Piper, spoilers for whoever hasn't seen it, Roddy Piper wanted Keith David to put on these glasses that allowed him to see the aliens around him, and this stubborn bastard didn't want to put them on. So they get into the most gnarly, knockdown, drag-out fight in movie history. If you haven't seen it, YouTube that fight scene. Shit's cray. There goes cray for you, Paul. Have you guys seen that fight scene?
Yes,
Brian has.
All
I
right.
have.
That's a good one, right?
it is. It is. That's a good one. That definitely makes the list. It
It's
didn't make it on my list, but it's like
Brawling.
two old guys brawling at each other.
Brutes.
Yeah.
So that's my pick.
That's a very quotable line, though.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that
from
could
that movie? Yeah.
that could have been on another episode, the iconic movie lines.
That
Yeah, we
is.
can do
That's,
that.
that's one of the ones that, I mean, we could always come back to that one.
We could
Obviously.
Absolutely.
Do a part 2?
Endless amounts of movies. Yeah.
Yes. All
So,
right.
I didn't know that you wanted to kind of narrow it down more towards like one person, one-on-one fight scenes. I guess, I missed the memo. So, the ones I thought of were like epic fight scenes altogether. And I don't know if I want to, maybe I'll come back to this one because my first one was kind of like multiple people and multiple fight scenes.
It was everybody fighting.
I know. But this one, you have to say that this is one of the best kung fu movies that I've seen and one of the best fight movies I've seen in a while. Dave, this might be on your list, and you kind of turned me on to this movie, The Raid. Is that not epically awesome the entire time? Yeah. And the guy, the main guy, I forgot what his name is, but he is a nasty martial artist.
Yeah, he's pretty nasty, dude.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? That one scene where he fought like the little short guy?
Mad Dog. Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah, his dog.
The dark skin mean dude
with the ponytail,
with the long hair. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Tell me that guy wasn't super unassuming.
Yeah, he was.
He will beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, he was.
That dude was sick.
And Mad Dog was his name, and you know what? He lived up to it.
Yeah, he was a mad dog.
Yeah.
Paul, you saw that movie?
No.
I'm gonna let you borrow. I'm gonna let you borrow that. I got that on Blu-ray.
All right, you can watch Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
No, you can definitely watch The Raid though. The Raid's really good.
That's such a fair trade.
But overall, the whole movie's really cool. It has the same kind of, everybody cracked on it. It has the same vibe as like Judge Dredd, the new movie where he like goes through the different floors. He's like locked in a building and he's like a SWAT guy, and his whole SWAT team gets taken out, and he's got to make it through all these different floors with all these different gangsters and stuff like that. And they have like machetes and stuff, and he's like fighting them off. And then like you have Mad Dog, which is like the nasty last fight scene in there, which was pretty cool. Yeah. So movies, if you like kung fu, if you like action fight scene movies, is definitely got to be one of the ones at the top of the list to watch.
Definitely very innovative. I not to get into a rant on that movie, but like I think it was kind of low budget, and
it was.
They broke a lot of ground with that. Like it was very creative.
Mike Shinoda from
Linkin Park.
He did the soundtrack of it.
Oh, yep. So it's probably pretty good.
He didn't rap. He didn't rap though, right?
No. I think he just did all like
okay, cool.
scoring.
Thank God.
I like him.
Well, he's good, man.
I don't know. As a rapper?
Yeah.
Have you heard his Fort Minor stuff?
For real, dude? Like
no, his separate CD,
man.
not his.
I mean, he's not Eminem, but he's good.
All right, maybe just the stuff I heard. I don't know. Speaking of rappers, dude, like not to go on a side rant, but like I just saw Chappie. We could do a review on that when you guys check it out. They had these two South African rappers called I think his name is Zeph or Ninja and Yolandi. They're Diant Word or something is their name. You guys ever heard of them?
No.
They're wacky dude. Like anyway, if you guys never heard of them, it doesn't matter. But if you YouTube their videos, they're like so out there. And they rap, but if you want to call it rapping, but they have a following. It's weird.
People like that usually do like out of the ordinary weird following or weird type musicians. So
who's go?
I believe it's mine. All right, so next one on my list, Empire Strikes Back, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader.
My pick. Pick
in the
that
Cloud
too.
City.
Yep.
The iconic Luke, I am your father. That whole line happened in that scene. And then it ends with Luke just jumping off. Just like,
awesome pick.
No, see you later. I'm going to jump off of here now. And just force myself into this shoot.
Didn't he like scream when he found out? Was that the scene when Vader said, I'm your father?
Yeah.
And he was like, no. Yeah, he was mad.
I wonder how many takes they did for him to get that.
Mark
perfect
Hamill
yell.
is a one-take champion, sir.
At least his dad was like Vader. That's not nothing to be that upset about. He's pretty badass. Like if my dad was Vader, I'd be like, fuck yeah.
If your whole life you were
I could probably get
raised to
some
believe
chicks.
in the good, and you wanted to be a rebel, you were raised to basically be a part of the rebellion. And you find out that your dad basically runs the Imperial fleet.
Better be
that's not a good day.
Reign in hell and serve in heaven.
On top of the fact that he gets his hand cut off, I'd say Luke's not having a good time.
Yeah, that's a real bummer.
Yeah. I mean, granted, the robot puts the new one on for him. Or I shouldn't say robot, the droid. I am a Star Wars fan, I promise you. It's my favorite movies, but
it's definitely a good pick.
I think that's one of the most iconic fight scenes you can really have in a movie.
Yes.
Because there's some fight scenes that are so good, but like it's only a specific movie that only specific people are really going to go and see it. And it might be a big movie, but it's not like everyone has seen it. Like Star Wars, everyone has seen Star Wars pretty much, or Empire or Jedi, and so something like that's so quoted still to this day, that to me just means
that's I would say that's more of an iconic fight scene than a good one. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like whoa,
I'd say it's good, but I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like
no, I back you up on that one, Dave. It's an iconic fight scene.
You're just a George Lucas hater, so shush.
I like Star Wars. I do. It's just can I be real with both of you guys right here?
I know what you're gonna say.
I don't own any of the Star Wars movies in my personal collection.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
I'm a big fan, honestly, Brian, me either. But I don't know why I don't own them. I would only own the older
Empire Strikes Back, I think, would probably be my favorite.
4, 5, and 6. I'm not down with the Jar Jar.
No.
But I don't own a single one, unfortunately. Even in my own collection.
Dude, I have the trilogy. I've had it on VHS, DVD, bootleg DVD, and Blu-ray.
It's okay. You just fit into the Star Wars nerdum. You're right in that category.
I love it.
Is that a real word, nerdum?
I just made it right now. I'm gonna patent that word.
Ever since my parents took me to see it when they redid it, I was like, oh, this is amazing. And now, was that 97, right? So I was 11 years old when I saw it for the first time. I was hooked ever since.
Whose go?
Yours.
I don't know. Yeah, it's you.
Is my go?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got one right here. Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting to see maybe if it's in your main ones or your honorable mention. I think me and you got one of the same ones.
Paul just dropped the Vader and the Skywalker. That's one of my honorable mention ones. I scratched that off, but one of my second main picks. You guys may have picked this. If you didn't, shame on you.
I'm willing to bet I did not.
Bob Barker versus Adam Sandler.
Oh my God!
Happy Gilmore. Tell me that wasn't a ridiculous fight, dude.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Yeah, dude. As soon as when I was thinking, I was like, oh God, I gotta bring that fight scene up because that was.
That one didn't even cross my mind, man. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That one is. I don't know if iconic's the word, but who doesn't know that fight?
That's true. That's
Seriously.
true.
Actually, I think recently, I saw something on the internet, Yahoo, where Sandler was in a hospital setting with Barker, and they were squaring off again as a spoof, a part 2 of their fight.
That'd be funny.
Barker looks so old, dude. He looks like he's about to keel over, man.
He is. What is he? He's in his 90s, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he's.
He's always been old, though. From our entire lives of watching him, he's been old.
Dude,
that's true. We've never known him as a young man.
Dude, some people have that look where they look older even when they're young, and they just stay looking like that.
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen was one of those. He even in the 80s, he just looked, the same. Did he ever have dark hair?
But wasn't he old in the 80s? No, he was probably blonde naturally.
Dude, he was white. He had white hair when he did Creep Show and the Naked Gun flicks.
Yeah.
My QMate at work is so mad that I haven't seen Airplane, and I was like, dude, it's not my thing. And that's totally his style of comedy. And I get it. It works for him, but I was like, he's like, how have your parents raised you to not watch Airplane? I was like, my parents wouldn't watch Airplane. You don't know them.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Dave is, for everybody on the podcast right now, Dave is holding up a Sonic Shake right now.
Yeah.
And we have none of those around us in Connecticut.
You know what flavor?
Well, we do. We just have to drive an hour to get there.
Exactly.
You know what flavor?
No.
Cherry limeade. How
would you know? It's, damn, I don't even remember what flavor it is. It just tastes good. No, it's, coconut cream pie or something. I don't know. This is good. It's flavor good.
Yeah, so a lot of people also don't realize Dave, who is actually a native New Yorker, lived in Connecticut for a very long time. And now this fool ups and moves to Florida, 1,200 miles away from us.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more. I don't know how far away it is exactly. So Brian and
24
I are
hours.
still stuck in Connecticut with 2 feet of snow on the ground.
I'm chilling
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
beach.
And he's like t-shirts and shorts all day, every day.
But like,
Today's
go ahead, go ahead.
I was going to say, today's the first day in a long time I haven't worn a coat. Put it that way.
Yeah, I wore a zip up and we drove up to Massachusetts today and we drove through a freaking squall. I'm not even kidding you. For like probably 3 miles, we drove through like 40-mile-an-hour winds and snowing like a bastard, but it was like 45 degrees, 50 degrees like everywhere. It was so
What's a
weird.
squall?
I think it's a small, short, hardcore snowstorm.
I thought that had something to do with water, like white squall, like rafting.
There is a squall like on the water too. I think that's what it really is.
Okay.
A quick storm that comes out of nowhere, I think.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. So anyways, back to our movies.
All right,
But
so
good
I guess
call, man.
I just
yeah, that's a classic comedy one. That's a classic comedy fight scene. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I guess I'm looking through my list right here, and I don't really have many one-on-one fights, I guess. So I guess when I thought in my mind fight scenes, I just thought like, multiple fight scenes. So I don't know. I guess so. One of my favorite martial artists and one of the most entertaining guys to watch.
I know.
When it
Van Damme.
He doesn't even make my list. He doesn't even make my list.
Chuck Fournier.
What?
And you guys have to, Chuck Chuckles. So you guys have to,
With a
you guys
certificate of Dan.
you guys have to admit that
Chuck.
Jackie Chan films are
So
one of
much
the most,
fun.
some of the funnest, entertaining fight scenes. There's
Bro,
two,
Operation Dumbo Drop. What?
yeah,
never
there's
seen
two movies that I can think of that, have epic fight scenes with him. I guess I'm jumping off topic because I'm putting two together, but, have you ever seen the movie Who Am I from Jackie Chan?
Yeah. Or
Yep.
Yeah.
He says like, "Who am I? Who am I?" throughout the whole
But-
movie.
Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember at the end where he's in the aquarium and he's fighting in the shark tank and he's
No,
fighting the
dude.
two guys with knives and they have scuba gear on, but he's got no scuba gear mask. So he's fighting them like with a knife and he keeps grabbing their scuba gear mask to like grab air and there's like sharks going around him and stuff like
I think
that.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was towards the end of his U.S. movie career, though.
Yeah.
Like people started getting tired of him.
Yeah,
like,
because it was
He was huge
Kinda
for a
cheesy.
short time.
He was,
like
dude. Rush
the
Hour.
comedic, almost Bruce Lee, but like nowhere really near that. But as far as stardom goes, man, he was up here.
I got
Rumble in the Bronx, like good movies. They were always very entertaining.
I got some.
I liked it.
Go ahead, Brian.
The other one I was going to mention was First Strike, which was a popular one for him.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one scene where it's called like the ladder fight scene, and he goes in
I
and he
remember
fights
that.
all these. Yeah, he fights all these guys with the entire room. Like he just uses everything in the entire room to fight him. He fights with a ladder, he fights with paint buckets, he fights with boxes, and he like fights with his coat. Like he just uses the entire environment. And
That's
I just
why
thought that
America
was a
loves
cool
him.
fight scene.
He
Yeah.
is the karate MacGyver.
He is the karate
Every
MacGyver.
movie he does, he's always it's very quick technical type things like
Yeah.
here, like everything's like timed,
But he
and
uses
then
the
he's always
environment.
using props.
I got some
Yep.
some Chan trivia for you.
All right.
Paul, you said he's like the comedic Bruce Lee. Well, Jackie Chan, he's been around for like a long time. I think
Yeah.
like since the 70s, and that was like Bruce Lee's era or whatever. And they interviewed him and they would constantly compare him to like Bruce Lee. And you know what he did to get famous? He admitted himself. He said, I'm never going to be a Bruce Lee because there's only one Bruce Lee. There's only one guy who has them skills and he has like that tough guy image, down. So Jackie Chan decided to, invent kind of like a comedic version of Bruce Lee. And that's what you see on screen. He did that on purpose.
You know,
Look
he
at
was,
that. I called it.
He realized that he could never be like Bruce Lee. Instead of copying him, he
He made his own identity.
catch your breath, bud. Catch your breath,
You need
bud.
a cough button on these mics.
Sonic Shake.
Yeah.
He realized
Here,
he can never be taken serious, so he decided to be that unassuming guy who's kind of like a nerd guy and then kind of like fights.
Do you know that one of
You're
his
my
first,
voice crack?
do you know one of his first movies Jackie Chan was in was, I think, Enter the Dragon? I think he was in a fight scene with Bruce Lee.
What?
Jackie Chan. Yeah, if you look it up. Jackie Chan he did a fight scene with Bruce Lee. I don't know which movie, but I think it's Enter the Dragon.
That's crazy. I've seen every Bruce Lee movie. I don't remember that.
He got his ass whooped by Bruce Lee, but
yeah.
Didn't they all though?
Yeah, they all did. So that's Jackie Chan. He's just an entertaining guy to watch when it comes to fight scenes. So,
dude, I just thought of another good one. Whose go was it?
It's mine. But if you want to take over real quick, I mean, if you have a really good one, I only have one more movie left, so I can milk this if you want to.
All right.
I got a couple more, but
I got two more like solid ones, and I got some quick little drops.
Yeah.
So I'll say I just thought of this one, and I was like, I don't even know how I missed this, and you guys are gonna agree. It was fun. Jason Statham in the Transporter when he got all slicked up with oil and he had like
That's
those
on my list, man.
Right,
That's
dude?
on my list,
right,
yeah.
dude? Tell me that wasn't a fun fight scene.
So you guys
with the
both
music.
chose a movie with a guy who gets all slicked up in oil.
No, he puts bike pedals on the bottom of his feet so he doesn't slip on the oil, and he's whooping dudes' asses, and he's like making them fly across the oil and stuff like that.
He gets in the bus.
I didn't appreciate Statham enough in the Transporter movies. It wasn't until I saw Crank where I was like, "Oh, this guy is awesome."
Yo, Bri, you saw Transporter 2, right?
Yeah.
Did you see when he fought the big black dude with the dreads, Shannon Briggs, the former boxer? When he didn't he have like watermelons on his fists?
I don't remember.
He was like beating him with like fruits on his hands. That was fun, dude. That was fun.
Those are entertaining movies.
There was
Definitely good fight scenes in them.
There was one part I think Statham kicked him in the balls or something, and the big guy was like, bleh! Bleh! Oh, and the hose scene when he beat the shit out of like 30 dudes with a fire hydrant hose.
Yeah. He kept whipping it around and like, throwing it out towards him and hitting him in the head with it.
The hose is like a creature. They played it up. Like one guy got wrapped up and pulled underneath tarp. He was like, ah!
And then he'd chuck it. He'd chuck it and nail someone in the head and then pull it right back real quick.
Yeah. That's when, dude, those movies made Statham. Like, that's when he became that big star.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And now he's in the new Fast and Furious movie.
He's the bad guy.
Yeah. I look forward to it. I can't wait to see it.
I'm going to cross that off my list.
Transporter.
My last movie on my list is an honorable mention movie. It's not like anything phenomenal. And I don't know if you guys have even seen this movie yet, but The Interview. Have you seen The Interview?
I've never seen it. I don't really have a desire to see it either, truth be
It was
told.
actually, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I wasn't like, oh my god, this movie's phenomenal, but it was just like, you know what, I like Seth Rogen and I like James Franco. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this a go. Let's see what all this...
Netflix. I laughed out loud. Certain
I
things
watched it on
I laughed
Netflix,
out loud at.
And then Walmart had it for $5 on Blu-ray with a bunch of special features. So I was like, oh, well,
Damn.
I'm gonna get it.
$5 already. That's what you're like on Movie Skid Row when your movie drops to $5.
But it did really well. I mean, aside from the YouTube release that they did, it didn't do phenomenal. But
check it out, Dave.
It's worth a watch.
Yeah, it's a popcorn movie. It makes you laugh.
Especially since it was free on Netflix anyways. There was no reason not to watch it.
You know why that movie did so well?
Because of the controversy.
Because of taboo. It was like something that you're not supposed to watch. So like people are like, oh, I want to check it out.
No, but the guy who played like what's his name? Kim Jong was funny. He played a pretty funny guy.
He's on a TV show called Fresh Off the Boat that Kristen introduced me to. Yeah. It's really good. He's in a couple things that now that I've seen him in the interview, I'm like, oh, I have seen him before. But anyways, there's a fight scene in that movie, and you probably know what I'm talking about. They're in the control room during the actual interview, and spoiler alert, Seth Rogen's fingers get bitten off.
Multiple times.
Multiple times. And then he bites off the other guy's fingers multiple times. And it's a funny fight scene. And that's why I got on my list, because it just, the whole time through had me, like, laughing. That was probably one of my favorite parts of the entire movie.
Well, what about the thing he had to put in his butt?
Yeah, that was good, but what was funnier again was in the beginning when the CIA first shows up at the house and Franco's in the background just saying this. I'm not going to give away too much because you have to see it, but just like the stuff he was saying was hilarious. Hilarious. It's definitely not meant for this show either, so maybe a different time, different place, but it's Dave, if you haven't seen the interview, I don't know if it's still on Netflix. If it is, just give it a watch. You'll enjoy it, I think.
I'll check it out. If you guys,
or you'll hate it, but at least you watched it.
No, you'll laugh. You'll laugh at some parts. It's genuinely funny.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of caught up in the hype around it, like because it's something that was like banned for a little bit. Like I kind of want to see what the big deal was.
It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. Like, because of the movie and how it is, like, there's nothing controversial in the movie. It's just because the Korean government decided that it wasn't very beneficial to the image of their leader.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to get.
So they quote unquote hired somebody to hack Sony and saying, "Hey, you better knock it off." I don't know if I buy that or not, but.
To be honest, dude, it's comical, like, their gripes about the movie, because, like, what were they saying about the movie? That it's, like, it was disrespectful, and it was like, a form of terrorism?
They hit on North Korea. They hit on North Korea and how he runs North Korea. And then I mean, not to give anything away, the whole plot line is them going in to kill him because they don't want him to treat his people in North Korea that way. So just highlighting him in a bad aspect. That's what they didn't want.
Dude, but I think, don't quote me on it. I think they were all mad because they viewed it as like a form of like terrorism or something. And like, but don't they talk about blowing us up every other week?
True.
Yeah. But that's the thing, man. They're a contradiction. But we don't know what they're really saying about us. All we know is what our government tells us that they're saying about us.
Right.
So I don't even bother with that kind of stuff. This is a fun podcast. Let's not get into serious.
I know. No, I'm going to use your line. I digress.
Yeah, I digress. So it's a good movie though. Watch it.
I'm gonna have to give it a look. Whose go is it? Is it mine?
You can go.
I think it's mine's actually because you went and I went.
Oh, that's right. It is. I'm not trying to skip you, bud.
I said so. Just skip me, so it's okay. It's acceptable.
There's a couple ones I definitely want to hit on my list. And this one's pretty cool, and especially you have to wait to the end of the movie to kind of appreciate this fight scene because it's right at the beginning of the movie, and it's Denzel Washington, and it's in Book of Eli. So
I haven't seen it.
In the beginning of the movie, he gets kind of like stopped on the road, and there's guys that are trying to rob him, and there's guys that they come out of nowhere and they have like machetes and stuff like that. And in that fight scene, they do this silhouette shot where they do it from, underneath the bridge or whatever it is. And everybody is silhouetted. And he just is just slicing dudes. And there's a guy coming out of a chainsaw.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he keeps slicing him. And Paul, you haven't seen the movie?
No,
You're killing it.
All right,
I realize how many movies that we talk about that I haven't actually seen, which makes
your headphones off for a sec because I'm going to spoil it. So just the fact that
all the other people.
Yes, it's definitely a spoiler. So the fact that you find out that he's blind later is you appreciate that fight scene way more than him just being a badass, you know? The fact that he's blind and being able to take everyone down. I like the way that it's shot though, the scene in general.
Let me thumbs up Paul if you come back.
Good, I was just gonna say, give me a thumbs up when you're ready.
All right.
That's perfect.
All right, I have some other honorable mentions I want to talk about, but you guys can go.
All right, I could drop another one real quick. That was a good pick, though. That was definitely a badass scene. Oh, dude, remember that? Spoilers. Damn it, Paul. I don't want to. Oh, man. Dude, when he told the guy's son about, you touch me again, you're going to lose that, with his arm. And he was like, I told you you're going to lose that. Dude, that was a good movie. Oh,
yeah,
let me thumbs up Paul to come back on.
All right.
So I got one. All right, this is another good one. It's iconic and a good fight. When Neo first learned Kung Fu and he fought Morpheus in the dojo.
I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, oh, gotta do Matrix. And I forgot to write it down on my list, but absolutely.
Yep.
100%.
You know what? That's a good one too. You know what I have on my list as honorable mention? I have the subway fight scene with
Smith.
Mr. Smith. Yep.
You know,
And the
it's funny how often we go
gunshots.
back to the
Mr.
Matrix.
Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Matrix is groundbreaking.
We might hate, well, I can't say we, a lot of people might hate Keanu Reeves. I actually have a strange, liking for him.
So do I.
Ever since Bill and Ted, I've always liked Keanu Reeves. I understand people's perception of him as like he's a very emotionless actor, but he picks movies that are good. They work for him.
Yeah.
And
I think he's a good actor, man. Like,
yeah.
to be honest, I think he gets a lot of hate, but I seen him in like dramatic roles. He was in his one movie with Charlize Theron. Damn, I'm hanging myself right now, but like it was like a love story. It was something November, like remember?
Oh, yeah, where he's dying, right? Dying from cancer.
I don't know, like no something
Spoilers?
with her. Every
sorry.
every November she like picks like a new boyfriend and ends a relationship. Something like that.
Spoiler alert. She's dying from cancer. That's what it is.
I don't know. I don't remember, dude. But
I've seen it.
Well, how old is the movie?
It's old. It's,
okay.
I think it's like early 2000s.
Yeah,
early
yeah,
2000s.
We don't literally, but we seriously need to figure out what the statute of limitations is on spoilers. We don't like if it's from this year. I think we can say spoilers. If it's anything beyond a year, you're on your own. Like if you haven't seen it, that's your problem.
We should still give people a heads up at least, though.
Yeah, we'll still say, hey, this is gonna be spoilers, but if it comes out too fast, then that's like not our problem.
I'll put up a hand gesture for the audio podcast listeners.
Like Polly, if you go back and you listen to this one and you haven't watched Book of Eli, we just like let the cat out of the bag with the end of the movie, and it completely changes the whole beginning of the movie. So don't listen to this unless you watch Book of Eli, unless you care about it being ruined for you. So,
all right, fair enough.
Anybody got another one? I got a trivia one. We'll play a little game with it. If you could name the movie when I repeat a line, but go ahead.
So this is like one of my ones on the actually one-on-one fight scene. This one's pretty cool. Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah, dude!
The slow motion
when he was
fight
like,
scene.
he was like,
Yep.
discombobulate, and he like hit the dude in his ears.
Yep.
That was
It's
epic.
I watched that in the Best Buy break room,
and he's all talking his way through the whole scene. You know,
Yeah.
it was cool. It was a good fight scene.
He was like, punch diaphragm, crack ribs,
Yeah.
discombobulate. Like that was good, man. I thought Robert Downey kicked ass in that role.
I think he kicks ass in most roles.
Another like side one. It's not really. I love Fight Club as a movie, but there's no like really epic like fights in Fight Club. It sounds weird.
What about when he destroyed that dude's face and he had no teeth?
Turns him into straight up hamburger at the end.
Oh, that one, or the one I think where the guy comes down and beats it, like Brad Pitt lets him beat the shit out of him, and then he starts bleeding all over him. I think that one is.
Or how about Ed Norton versus himself? In the Office. Yep.
Oh yeah, spoilers.
Yeah.
For the listening audience, Paul just beat the hell out of himself on camera.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen Fight Club,
no. He's talking about in the Office. He's talking about when he fought himself in like his boss. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about.
I'm saying in the spoiler, because I was like, oh, spoilers. That was a joke, because if you haven't seen Fight Club yet, then don't listen to this show ever again.
You're officially not a wanted viewer if you haven't seen Fight Club.
It's a classic. It's old enough to where everyone should have seen it by now.
It's like 99. I think it's like 99.
Yeah. So
definitely a good one.
No excuses.
All right, so that's like one of my. I got one left. So
I got several honorable mentions we could all bullshit on, but I got my little trivia one. You guys ready?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yep.
There's 3 lines. Let's see if I get to the third one. If you don't get, you're gonna get it because you're gonna tell by the accent. Are you guys ready?
Do you have to do the accent?
I have to do the accent, but all right, you ready?
Yep.
What the hell are you? Come on, kill me now.
I don't know what movie.
You one ugly mother.
Oh, Predator.
Predator, dude. When it was fighting Predator.
Yep. The first two I couldn't get it on there until I got the last one.
I was thinking Predator, but I haven't seen that movie in so long
That was a face
that I
off
was like,
right
what
there.
other Arnie movie might it be?
When the Predator took out the whole crew, and this is him and Arnie, and Arnie's against the tree, and he slowly removes his mask, comes off his face, and then Arnie's like, "You one ugly motherfucker." That's a great fight scene, dude. Remember when Arnie, Predator was slapping the hell out of Arnold, and Arnold he just punched him in the face, and the Predator, his mandible went up like, "Bitch," and he just slapped the hell out of him. That's a classic right there.
Where's Paulie going?
I don't know.
For you, the non-viewing audience, Paulie just disappeared off screen.
He just walked out on us.
Yeah, he didn't even say heads up, hey, I'm going. Just straight up bailed.
Oh God!
I did not. I said I'll be right back.
All right,
go ahead, bro.
you might have thought you said be right back, but no one heard it. No one heard it. So I got this one.
This guy wanted to come in.
Dave, you told me about this movie, and I always wanted to do a fight scene that's kind of like this. Flashpoint.
Oh, dude, yeah, Donnie Yen.
Yep, that is one epic fight scene. Yeah,
that was a good fight. That's a low budget movie too.
Yeah, all the small MMA fights mixed with MMA martial, moves as opposed to, and with regular kung fu. It was pretty good.
Right. Yeah, that movie definitely utilized the popularity of mixed martial arts right now. They had triangle chokes and and cool stuff in there.
And they used the environment pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Donnie Yen he's an amazing martial artist too. He's not as popular in the US, but I can assure you he's a star in China. I think he's from China. Damn, is he from China? I'm not trying to be racist right now.
You're pulling the Asian card. He's Asian, so he's from China, I guess.
Man, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to disrespect. But yeah, he's cool. He was in Blade too.
Yeah.
Badass vampire hunter. You guys, I got some honorable mentions. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm all done. My list is all done.
Okay,
so.
This one is not even an honorable mention. It should have just been on the show as a main. Rocky versus Apollo.
Yep.
That's a matter of fact. You could make an argument for Rocky versus Clubber Lang, or you could make a argument for Rocky versus Drago. I must break you. Come on, dude.
That's the Dolph Lundgren.
That's Dolph Lundgren.
I remember that fight scene.
Mr. T he's Clubber Lang.
Yeah.
And yeah, that movie I can't even lie, man. I like part 3 too and 4. When they were asking Clubber, and they were like Clubber, they were like, "What's your prediction for tonight?" And he was like, "Pain." He was like, "Y'all know but about a bunch of parasites and leeches." And he hit the camera. Rocky 3, guys.
You're good at this. You're good at this.
You remember, I can't even tell you how long it's been since I've seen any of the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
Dude, when
unless they came on TV,
I was gonna say spoilers, but if you don't know that Mickey died, he died in part 3.
This was 30 years ago.
Dude, he had a heart attack. Mr. T shoved him, and then Rocky's like, Mick, we got more to do, and he's crying. That's
so freaking sad, man.
I think it'd be really funny if someone was listening right now and being like, "Shit, why did he spoil that movie for me?"
They're like, "I'm unsubscribing these assholes."
If you're upset about the spoilers you've heard on this evening's podcast, please email us at what?
Newbreed Film Reviews 2014 at Gmail.
Or bother Paulie on Twitter.
On Twitter, Newbreed Film Review. That's our Twitter handle at Newbreed Film Review. I don't even think there's an S at the end. I think it's just review.
It'd be good for us to get it right so we could tell.
Oh, it's at Newbreed Film. There's not even a review at the end. It's just Newbreed Film. It's a new Twitter page. So. In all fairness.
Dude, don't feel bad. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have an Instagram. I'm so out of the loop.
I have my personal Twitter, which is the Newbreed Entertainment one. And then obviously I started one for this because it's a good way to network with a lot of people.
Dude, do you go ahead, Paul.
I was just saying I like Twitter. It's only 180 characters you get to write with. It's fun.
I was just gonna say, I don't know why this made me think of this, like making up like handles and stuff and emails. But you guys have like big boy emails, or you still use the ones you made when you were like a teenager?
No, I have Newbreed Films at
Dude, that's
AT&T.net.
yeah. I made a big boy one.
I have a big boy one, which is Brian.kin, you know.
Yeah, I got tired of using super bombastic macho man savage master like at Gmail.
Bootylicious69 at Gmail.
Dude, no, it's embarrassing. Like you know, like if you gotta use it for something important, like what's your email? And you didn't even want to say it, so I had to make a big boy one.
Yeah, I have 3 emails that I use. I have my Newbreed Beats email. I have a different one that I use for like kind of work related stuff, and then I have one that is strictly film related stuff. So if I, you know, when I finally finish a script and I'm actually gonna email agents and stuff, you know, out in Hollywood, that's the email I'm gonna use. Although when the time comes that I'm actually writing a feature and I want to submit it, my pen name is going to be different than what my actual name is, because Kitchik it's not exactly a pronounceable last name, and if you want people to remember you in Hollywood, you don't want them to fight over your last name.
That's you know, I don't want to really open this can of worms, but for the audience listening, we do short films. We're aspiring actors and screenwriters, so if you need an awesome script, hire us, get us in.
Don't ask me. Don't call me to write anything for
Brian's
you.
not a writer.
I'm not a writer.
I am currently. I just started the beat pages of my newest feature length script. You know, I'm gonna do my beat pages, my outline, and then I'm gonna start the script itself probably within the next couple of weeks, and then hopefully I'll have that done in a couple months and with my first draft.
I'm working on one too, inspired by Hobo with a Shotgun, and it's gonna be a masterpiece.
Oh, to touch on fight scenes, since Dave, you were out of the state right now, and I don't want to do a drop off too, but from all the way from Florida, you can try to help me.
Off. Forgot about that.
Yeah, the drop off. But Max and Chris want to do a fight scene.
That's
so you want to
sick.
try to help me?
Yeah,
you want to help me choreograph a fight scene for him?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I would definitely be down with that.
Yeah.
Those are 2 good guys for that too. Max got a certain look. He's a big guy. Chris is Jack.
They'll fight each other too. They'll really fight each other. They're not kickboxers.
Yeah. You may have to tone it down with them though. You tell it's a movie. Like, don't beat each other.
Yeah.
We do have some short films if you guys are interested in watching.
No.
Nope.
Don't do it.
Check out our, Newbreed Films?
It's
YouTube page?
youtube.com/newbreedfilms.
Please don't do it. No.
Check them out. We have some good stuff on there. We have a 7 remake we did for a Film Riot. A lot of you are probably familiar with Film Riot.
Good God.
We have Recyclable Catch, which is one of
Recyclable Catch, which was a mockumentary
Recyclable Catch.
A film festival.
That's probably one of our gems. That's a good one.
Yeah, people love Recyclable Catch. We have
one recently called Time Snap, and that
Time
is
Snap.
for
It's
the
pretty
Providence
good.
Film Festival.
Greatest caveman in cinematic history.
Yep. And then we have a few that are less than stellar, a few that were just thrown together. I still think The Rules was great, except for some of my stances were a little bit
flamboyant,
undesirable, and nobody told me until I was watching it get cut together, and I was just like, but they're fun. So please check us out on that, because that's really, that's where we got started with all of this, was making our short films.
Yep.
So. I just want, for the record, I have no involvement. I'm not starring in any of those shorts. That's not me. I'm not in 7, and yeah.
Dave plays Morgan Freeman's character in our 7 remake. He is,
besides,
he's a 20s mobster in Time Snap. He is, Well, I don't remember his name.
One-eyed
Paul,
Willie.
I thought we were friends.
We
One-eyed
are
Willie.
friends. That's why I'm giving you this
I
publicity.
thought we were boys.
You just got done saying how we were aspiring actors. Don't you want
We
people
are.
to see the real?
We are. But I'm
So,
I'm a kind of a
which one-
character actor.
Which one do you guys dislike?
Oh, out of our short films that I dislike,
Yeah, besides 7. We know you don't like 7.
like legitimately don't
Love
like.
Seven. That was
Yeah.
my favorite.
I don't legitimately dislike any of them because there are babies. Like
Yourself in them, though.
oh, myself.
In them.
All
Dutton
of them.
Road.
All of them.
I don't like Dutton Road. I think if we were to
Well,
go
yours
back
is
and
Dutton
do it
Road.
now, things would be so much different. But I have absolutely zero desire to ever be in that again. Those filming conditions were ridiculous. It was unprofessional, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Dude, Bryce. So for the fight scene, can I? Since you want me to like kind of mess around with like choreographing a fight scene, can I write like kind of like a backstory, like a little like how these guys fight?
They said that they didn't. Well, you can help me. They said they didn't want to act. So I think it has to be like for me
Just-
to have them on board, just a straight fight scene. Maybe
They walking on each other at some
like
situation.
drop off status. I think because
Yeah.
they said they didn't want to act. So
Well, that's what I mean. Some kind of scenario.
yeah. Well, Chris has the option to go. He has a gym that he works, a jujitsu gym that's beautiful on the inside of it, all woodwork with giant windows.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be cool to shoot in there.
Why don't you do like a Street Fighter spoof?
You want to dress up Max like Ryu?
Yeah, you could do like a World Warrior Street Fighter scene.
You know what I think would be cool? You know, you can help me out from Florida.
What?
You know, like on MMA commercials, you know, like when they do the fight scenes where they kick each other, and then when they kick each other, it shows like the skeleton on the inside of them that breaks.
Yeah, yeah.
I would love to do something like that.
Something
That
like
sounds
that.
awesome.
With effects,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right,
I
we're
got
going
a
off
few.
on a tangent. Let's
got-
let's finish the show out.
Yeah.
We're finishing out with talking about a future fight scene that we're gonna film. So that's cool. If you guys want to see a semi-embarrassing fight scene, we have the drop off that Dave did really good in.
I think it actually is good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Check us out, Newbreed, or Twitter at Newbreed Film. Our email is, once again, Dave, for our audio listeners.
It's Newbreed Film Reviews 2014 at gmail.com.
Okay. And our YouTube page is youtube.com/
I don't even know. You can just type Newbreed Film Reviews.
Yeah, put in Newbreed Film Reviews. And then we also have our actual Newbreed Films YouTube page with our short films that we were just talking about tonight, which is, Brian.
We also have our
YouTube.com/newbreedfilms.
Yes.
yes.
And our Facebook page. So many ways to get a hold of us.
Newbreed
Facebook
Film
page.
Reviews.
Yep, Newbreed Film Reviews on Facebook. So check us out, like us, subscribe us to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, and email us.
And we'll be putting out, we'll be putting out once a week. We'll try to always
got
get one once a week. Go
I got
ahead.
like 5 more. I got like 5 more honorable mentions.
I know, but how long
got-
have we been going?
Well, you know what, dude? We've went like an hour before. We're at 52 minutes. So we
All
could,
right, so you go through the honorable mention. We'll cut it off in an hour. I'm
All
looking
right.
at you to cut it off in an hour.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna just go through these quick. The T800 versus the T1000 and T2. You could pick when they first meet each other in the mall and they start bashing each other into the wall. That's a cool scene. King Kong versus the T-Rexes, like the King Kong remake. That was a cool fight scene.
Where he fights the two of them, and he's like
Yes.
snapping their necks and stuff.
Makes me
Yep.
sad watching that.
Dude,
I feel so bad for those dinosaurs, man.
the worm scene with the eating the Popeye guy's head. I can't do it, man. I gotta look away. Ip Man, Donnie Yen versus the 10 Black Belts. That is a sick fight
I
scene.
never watched that movie. I've heard a lot of good things about it. And actually, when I was looking today at like a bunch of different pages for the top fight scenes in movies, that was on like every one of them.
Very good fight scene. Badass. Of course, I'll pick ones like this. Godzilla versus the giant big bugs in the new Godzilla movie. Pretty good.
I
Pretty good
didn't see
fight.
the new Godzilla.
It was okay. It kind of
It's
dragged
on
a little
Netflix.
bit.
It's on Netflix now. I was going to check it out.
I'm definitely
I think
gonna
so,
watch
yeah.
it.
It was fun. It dragged
The
a
Matthew
little.
Broderick one totally turned me off to the franchise because I love the originals, like the Godzilla vs. Mothra and all those back in the old days.
Yeah, super cheesy, but they were classics. I love them too,
The
man.
Ray Harryhausen, stop motion animation stuff was great.
Yeah, that's childhood right there. My last honorable mention is this one. Yeah, I guess it's a one-on-one fight. I mean, there was a tiger involved, but Gladiator versus that big dude with the mask.
Yeah, that's a
When
cool one.
The tiger was all jumping out, like, in the middle of their fight. And I know the actor, I don't know the guy's name, the character's name in the movie, but that same actor, he's been around. He was in Conan. He was in The Running Man. He's always been kind of Arnold's, like, kind of wingman nemesis in movies. He's big, jacked. I think he's Russian. I'm not sure. But those are my honorable mentions, man. I mean, we could always come back to this episode because there's so many.
There are so many fight scenes in movies. We could.
Yeah, there's only so much time you can talk about them, and there's always so many. We could do funny fight scenes, or we could do, we just kind of glanced over the ones that we really liked that stuck out to us,
Quick question before we sign out for the night, though. Was there any feedback on my mic this evening?
No, you were good.
You had
Nice.
no feedback, but I noticed, like, when we were all talking, kind of like at the same time, you were cutting it out. But when you have your own time to, like, just talk through your mic, it comes through just fine.
Okay.
Maybe it's my feed. I'm not sure.
No, he does it with mine too.
Oh, awesome.
But it wasn't terrible. It was,
No.
we could work with it. But those are my picks, man. I'm dry. I'm a dry wall right now.
All right, gentlemen. Well, you guys have a great evening.
This concludes our episode 7, where we talked about our favorite fight scenes, and we'll pick up episode 8 next week.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But we have no idea what we're going to talk about yet.
Whose pick is it?
I lost track.
I think it's mine.
For the audience.
No, I did directors. You did best. Paulie, you're next.
Okay.
Oh.
For the audience,
Wunderbar. Okay.
we're very diplomatic. We each pick an episode, like, weekly, and just run with it. Unless it's too crazy.
We take turns, and then, somebody comes up with the idea, and then we run with, we can do our research and figure out where we want to be, and Paulie's next. So if the next episode sucks, it's on his shoulders.
I think we need to do an actual film review.
Well, yeah, we gotta all watch the same film. That's the thing.
Well,
Still,
I mean,
right.
we could do that, or we could just kind of pick movies we want to talk about, like newer ones. Like, I just saw Chappie. Like, I wouldn't mind talking about that. Any new ones you guys saw, like, recently?
No, not recently.
You guys are no
The
fun.
interview. Yeah, I got a baby now, so I can't go to the movie theaters.
Yeah, he's got a baby now, so I can't go either. Brian's always my date.
But as far as any, like, when it's new releases, you know what I just saw? I just saw Houdini with Adrian Brody. It just came out on Netflix.
Dude, he's
Yeah,
gonna
I
get the
saw that. It's
limelight.
on Netflix. I'm totally gonna watch it.
It's good, very good.
So,
All right, let's
guys.
wrap up the episode.
All right,
Good night, fellas.
See you next week.
Good night.
See you next week.